Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. I'm a trace. Put out in my mind. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Are you dancing?
I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seems the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I needed sunshine, I shine. Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace. Put down my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Everyone, stand up. I'm reading all the chat. Fabulous.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace. Put down my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Yes, I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace. Put down in my mind. Said I'm a believer.
Yay! How good was that? It's exactly 7 o'clock, and there's so many of you online already. So at 7 o'clock, hi, I'm loving all a night of fun with Louise. Well, thank you so much, Joyce. It's so good to see you all, and Jung and Sandra. It's amazing, and I hope you've got your egg maracas there. So tonight we are doing, and please just keep on chatting. I love that you're there. So there's more than 1,000 of you there tonight, and I'm Louise Dorrat, and I'm so excited. This is the last PD in your pocket for the year, and I'm on, let me just move my side, here we are. This is just down the road. I'm in Naarm in Melbourne, on Wurundjeri Wurrung country of the Kulin Nation, and I'm in Carlton, and this is Argyle Square, just down the road. Please write in the chat. Do not worry about spelling. Do not worry about grammar. Whose land do you want? What Aboriginal land do you want? Please. And of course, it doesn't matter about spelling because, Younger Bear, thank you. So that's in Queensland. Look at that. Oh my Darug country. Wow. Whoa. All around, Yorta, all around the whole of Australia. Fantastic. So Gadigal land, I can see, Darug land. Look at that. Bunjalung, that's it. Bunurong. Excellent. Fantastic. Because wherever we are across Australia, we're on Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Indy from Diversity Family Scheme. Wadi, yep, terrific. Up near Mildura, look at that. That is so good to see. So all throughout this session, I want you just to keep on chatting because then I know that you're there. So as I just said, this is PD in your pocket, the last for the year. And what an extraordinary number. And welcome to the 30th PD in the pocket, would you believe? And also there's the booklet, which I walked down to Officeworks today and copied. It is so fabulous. Well, I've added a lot in there. And also, of course, there's a Sree Devi Thatikonda in there as well. I've dropped one of my puppets, just uno momento. Just sorry about that. You just stay there. So it is everything that I talk about is in this. What an extraordinary resource. So I'll be referring to that. It's all been sent out to you, and right up to if you registered last Thursday, but also it's on the Facebook, the PD in Your Pocket Facebook page, and please join if you haven't, and it'll also be available on the website along with this recording and podcast of this session by the end of the week. So you'll be able to get on there and enjoy. And also in here, which is on your online, there's me doing all of these songs during COVID lockdown in Melbourne. We had 4,853 lockdowns, and I teach music at a number of universities and for the Bachelor of Early Childhood, and I couldn't get to them, of course, so I did it online, and then I thought I might as well just put it on my Facebook because everyone was enjoying it. So I'm doing it with my dog, Reggie. So this is my 40th year in early childhood, and I was a 39th year, and part of that time I was a approved provider of a family daycare service. I wrote quite a few business manuals for family daycare. I've been coordinator of centres and kindergartens, and taught at the Bachelor of Education at a number of universities in Victoria, and particularly the dramatic arts, which is my background. So now this is very interesting. Have a look at these graphs. Before you registered, or when you registered, I put these questions together, and Nikki and all the fabulous team. Oh, hello to Nikki in the background and Ethan doing all the tech stuff. The question was, do you include music and movement storytelling? And I'm not talking about the books at this point, as an ongoing part of your program. Best news ever. It's 97% of you include music and movement and storytelling as ongoing part of your program. So there's only a tiny little bit of blue there, as you can see, 3%. But by the end of this session, you 3%, you'll be loving it and contributing. This one, how often do you use it in your program? So 35% of you include it at least once a day, which is excellent, and only 2% not at all. And that is probably because you don't have the confidence, because everyone can do it. If you can breathe, you can sing. If you can move, you can dance. And 17% of you do it twice a day. How fabulous. Thank you, because all of those children benefit from that. And how comfortable are you? Well, very. It looks like there's only 4% that are uncomfortable. And again, this will change. If you enjoy yourself, then the children will enjoy yourself. That is number one. Do you use props? Now, because my background is theatre, I always use a prop. And particularly for those of you who are nervous or don't have confidence, a prop is fantastic. This is a prop. It's an egg maraca. And I believe that every family daycare educator needs a working with children check and a police check, a criminal history check, and a set of egg maracas. And also, just while we're on it, a set of clapping sticks as well. Because any time that we sing, we can shake the beat or beat the beat, which I'll talk about later. So most of you, 2/3, in fact, 2/3 of you use a prop, like a hat, anything. So that is good. And I don't mean to spend any money either. It's about looking around your house. So this is what we're covering tonight. Simple rhymes, raps, rhythms, and discovering everyday props. As I said, props are everywhere. And oh, look, even this socks that you'll see later, that's a prop. You'll be moving to the tempo and rhythm of traditional and contemporary music, dance, and storytelling. I didn't make up those words. That's straight from our new early years learning framework, and also I'll be referring to the My Time, Our Place, and I always have these on hand too. I was one of the consultants in the revised National Quality Standard, which was in 2018. Third dot point, incorporating music, dance and storytelling in your everyday family program, and most of you are doing that anyway, and using music to develop children's understanding of patterns, which is straight from the early years learning framework. And what we mean by that is the patterns, the beat, the tempo, the melody, which is so fabulous that we'll be talking about later. So this is my background. I come from a long line of cultural identity through dance. That's my mother at the top, Aileen, and she was a very good dancer. She forced me to dance all my life, classical, jazz, and then I forced my daughter, Gracie. So we're a long intergenerational forcing of the creative arts, but I'm so pleased now. And my mother, Aileen, she did that before she got married. She was a professional dancer. She was in the Tivoli. And in those days, when you got married, you gave up your career. So I wasn't a fantastic dancer like my mother, Aileen, but I was a good all-rounder. So I did musical theatre, and so that's me on my points. So I, as a career, before I did early childhood, I actually did musical theatre for children, and I only did early childhood as a reliever for extra money. And then when I was with the children, I just loved it so much that I went and did my diploma and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's my background. And I just want to tell you the beauty of the creative arts. This is my mother at her 40th birthday, my 50th birthday, and her 80th birthday. Now have a look she had Alzheimer's for the last 10 years of her life. So at that top photo of the two of us, me in the spotty dress, that's my 50th birthday. And mum didn't know who I was. She didn't know who anybody was. So it was always so stressful to say, Mum, do you remember Auntie Faye? Do you remember Mary, etc. And she's just, oh yes. But all I did was put the music on, and now that we have these amazing boom boxes, put the music on, and she just danced, and I would just copy her. That bottom photo is her 80th. So she didn't know anyone once again, but she just danced and danced. I was exhausted by the end of the night. And in the actual home where she was, it was so distressing going in there. And I used to just go out thinking she just sits there all day watching television, and yet she was such a great dancer and loved music. So I thought, I need to treat the elderly like I treat children. What are their strengths? Mum was good at that stuff. So I used to take in a bag of egg maracas, and I'd give them out to all the elderly, the women. All the men seemed to have died. They wanted to. So it was just women left, and they're all like this. So I'd give out the egg maracas, and the nurses were nowhere to be seen. And I used to do music hall as part of my profession as well. So I knew all the old songs. And with Alzheimer's, they know the old songs. So I used to go in and just sing, let's all go down the Strand, have a banana, or there is nothing like a dame, like all the sexist songs. Didn't matter. Sometimes you've got to balance what you're doing. And all the women would just be going, there is nothing like a dame, nothing in the world, all of this. And the nurses would always get cross, and the carers, Louise, they're going to break their neck. What a great way to go, though. Look at them. They're all so happy. So then I would leave so happy. So music has been so important to me. And I was lucky enough to be part of writing this music book, which is just behind there. And I've got a lot of the words from here, from this music book that I wrote with Red Ruby Scarlet and Benny Thatcher, and the artwork is by Auntie Tracy Lynn Bostock. So this is it only came out this year, and it's got a lot of what the benefits are. So to start, because remember we're doing movement and storytelling with children, this is an acknowledgement of country that Auntie Tracy Lynn Bostock, who was her cultural knowledge in the book, this is what she has gifted all of us to do with the children. So, and you can change. I know that a lot of you are not Gadigal land. You're all over Australia, so you can change it. So, can everyone do it with me? We touch the ground of the Gadigal land. We reach for the sky that covers the Gadigal land, and we touch our hearts to care for the Gadigal land. Now I'm going to turn this off because now I'm just going to just pretend that you're my group of children in family daycare, and I'm just going to go for it. And if you can, would you mind writing in the chat where just what learning's taking place? What are the benefits? But just enjoy yourself first. So everyone, and you have to do it with me. You can't see, but I'm clapping on my knees. I'll just do it. How do you do, how do you do today? It's so nice to see you all, to have a sing and a play. I look forward to family daycare just to hear you say, how do you do, how do you do today? Ciao, buongiorno, come stai, molte bene, grazie a te. And it's all the words are on there, but don't look at your notes now. And is anyone from Sri Lanka? Yes. Ayubowan, kohomade, Honda Strutti, Subadawasak. So it's whatever language the parents are of the children, or your partner, or you, and it's just hello, how are you? Good, see you later, or bye. Anybody Greek? Anyone Greek from there? Thank you. I can see all the Sri Lanka. Yay! Bravo, bravo. Kalimera, dikanis. Polycalative got a store, polycalative status, polycalative got a store, polycalative got a store. Yeah, so it's this is, and if you do it each morning, so I'm just doing greeting songs now. That's it, the rhyme. I'm looking at all the benefits. Thank you so much. And have a look at that ball up there. So the Aboriginal ball and the Torres Strait Islander ball. So I say to the children, tell me, and just write in the chat. So what is the red represent? Bangladesh, I love that. That is the earth. What about the yellow? Is the sun, and the black is the colour of Aboriginal people's skin, but some Aboriginal people have fair skin. So I grab the ball and I roll it. We're in a circle or just sitting, and I roll it. This is all the beginning songs. Bumblebee, bumblebee, can you sing your name to me? My name is Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad. Bumblebee, bumblebee, can you sing your name to me? My name is Floyd. Hello, Floyd. And I keep going. Or I might use the next day the Torres Strait Islander ball. So what is the black? It is the people. What is the green? It's the grass. What is the blue? It's the water. And the white is the headdress, the daria. So it's just, and that's embedding. And someone's from Bangladesh. That's it, the sea. This is a basket made of lolly wrappers from women from Bangladesh. Yes, thank you very much. I can see that. I'm from Africa. Oh, that's divine. So that is that. And of course, I do every song for all ages, but differently. So that one there, for little infants, I might do this. Bumblebee, bumblebee, can you sing your name to me? Because I'm not going to put them sitting on the floor, or if they grab the ball, they might crawl off with it. So I use a puppet. Bumblebee, bumblebee, can you sing your name to me? Wow. Wow. Bangladesh says, can everyone write, not just, some of you are writing just to the panelists. I want everyone to know. Everyone, yes, can you sing your name to me? Lovely. Turkey, mahaba, mahaba. Oh my goodness, this is how Nikki and Ethan, how multicultural, how culturally diverse is family daycare. So fabulous. Anyway, Louise State, Palestine. Oh, my heart goes out to everyone suffering. And Nepal, look at this, look at this, look at this. Extraordinary. Stop it, Louise, just keep going. So now look around the room. Who can see a box with red with white spots? And remember to talk about the learning. Aha, that's it. That's it. You found it, Nutella. Exactly. Let's see what's in it. Black socks. Look at that. So can everyone just, oh, here we are. Everyone catch, ready? We don't normally throw inside in the family daycare home, but today I will. Everyone catch, catch. Is everyone catching? Now, where do we normally put our socks on our feet? But today we're going to put them on our hands. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Following directions, I can see all that. Ready? Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Just when I thought I should wash them, a voice deep inside me said, don't wash them yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Ready, everyone? Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Just when I thought I should wash them, a voice deep inside me said, don't wash them yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. One more time with feeling. And all, you don't need to look at the words, just watching me. The words are there for you for later. Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Just when I thought I should wash them, a voice deep inside me said, don't wash them yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Now, normally we don't throw in a family daycare home, but today we will. And everybody just throw their black socks back. Oh, that's it. That's it. Sree Devi in there. Thank you so much. And let's put the lid on. Now look around the room. Who can see a pink? Who can see a pink box, rectangle box? That is absolutely it, Apple. You have seen it. Here it is. Thank you. Let's see what's in here. Can everyone type to drop-down box to everyone, not just to panelists? Oh, it's old Joan Muddlecomb's hat. Can everyone put old Joan Muddlecomb's hat on their head, please? Ready? Old Joan Muddlecombe lost her hat. She looked everywhere, this way and that. She walked down High Street and everyone said, silly Joan Muddlecombe, you've got it on your head. That's it. Ready? One more time with passion. Old Joan Muddlecombe lost her hat. She looked everywhere, this way and that. She walked down High Street and everyone said, silly Joan Muddlecombe, you've got it on your head. What a duffer. Look at that. And I'm going to put it back into this and just put it back. Now, who can see the little tin made of broken bangles from women from India? Thank you, Maria. Aha. Yes, you, Chappelle and Mercedes found this. Thank you. And I'm just got Chile. Oh, my goodness. Have a look at this. And all of you beautiful educators who from all around the world, you can do that song that I did before in your own language. But let's focus. It's a little. Now, I know you want to touch it, Chappelle, but it's made of glass. It's from Florence in Italy. So the glass. So let's pop it here. And we'll just do rat-a-tat-tat. Who is that? Only Grandma's pussycat. What do you want? A pint of milk. Where's your money? in my pocket. Where's your pocket? I forgot it. Oh, you silly pussy cat. So that is Auslan, and it's I forgot it, like your mind's coming out of your head, pussy cat, and it's milking a cow. Ready? Rat-a-tat-tat. Who is that? Only grandma's puss. Starting again, I'm looking at the chat, and now I'm not going to look at the chat because I'm trying to concentrate. Ready? I can just see so many extraordinary cultural. So people are writing down the benefits, and I'm loving secure. I'm loving that. Oh, thank you, Ashima. Ready? Rat-a-tat-tat. Who is that? Only Grandma's pussy cat. What do you want? A pint of milk. Where's your money? In my pocket. Where's your pocket? I forgot it. Oh, you silly pussy cat. Crazy. Now I'm going to put who remembers where the cat's from. That's it. Yep. Gross motor skills and fine motor skills. That's it. From Venice in Italy. And who remembers the tin was made of broken bangles from women from India. And this is an example of my mother years ago. I went to Italy, bought one each for my children when she came back. And my children said, oh, thanks, Grandma. And when she went, I went, what are we going to do with this bit of crap? So I keep everything. I keep all these little trinkets and everything. Thanks, Angela. And then I can, I think, what can I use that for? What about that cat song in Merrily Merrily? Why don't I put the Auslan to it? Why don't I put it in that tin that I bought from the Oxfam shop from the women made the bangles from India? And then I've got that. Oh my, look at that. Now look around the room. Who can see memory? Yes. Who can see around tin? That's it. Oh, blankets. Thank you so much. That's it. Now let's have a look. Oh, what's in here? It is 2 butterflies. You wait till you see them. I've got an orange one, and I've got a purple one. So 2 little butterflies flying to Newtown, one named Chappelle, one named Mercedes. Fly away, Chappelle. Fly away in the Mercedes. Come back, Michelle. Come back, Mercedes. Or I might use, and we'll use you too. So, okay, hashtag and wasabi. You can put these on your fingers. The bats, ready? 2 little bats flying to Paddington. One name wasabi, one name hashtag. Fly away wasabi, fly away hashtag. Come back wasabi, come back hashtag. And we can also use anything you like, really. But I'm going to use my bundles, which are the wedge-tailed eagles, the creator spirit, and they're the bundles. And so, would you like to have a turn? Let's see. Would you like to have a turn? Farida would like to have a turn. So I'm going to put this, and also Bianca. There you go. So put one. And Farida, where do you live? So over in Perth, ready. 2 large bundles flying to Perth. One named Farida and one named Bianca. Fly away, Farida. Fly away, Bianca. Come back, Farida. Come back, Bianca. Or you can use, and you buy these from ethical Aboriginal consultancies like Yarn Strong Sister, or you can use the WARs, which are the crows, the protector, the same thing. And if it's an infant, you know their name, so you can just do their name and the same thing, and you know where they live. That's the beauty with family daycare. So you can use whatever you like. Thank you, Tracy Walsh. So now look around the room. who can see, oh, my red gloves. Now, this is like a transition, but while I've got you there, I can see my red gloves. So before I read a story, if children are a little bit unsettled, I put my red gloves on. Now, a lot of this is from op shops. You don't have to spend money. I can see everything you're writing, so thank you for contributing. So can everyone put this on? 10, I've got 10 little fingers, they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight, open them up wide, clap them together and make them hide. Put them up high, put them down low, fold them like this and fold them so. Can everyone do that, please? Ready? Thanks, Borka. Ready? I have 10 little fingers, they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight, open them up wide, clap them together and make them hide. Put them up high, put them down low, fold them like this and fold them so. So if you don't have confidence, the children are sitting there, there's a new parent at the door thinking that they'll put Lulu Bell in your family daycare business, and they're all kind of a bit unsettled. So you put the gloves on and then you just go, I have 10 little fingers, they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see Lulu Bell? I can shut them up tight, open them up wide, clap them together and make them hide, put them up high, put them down low, fold them like this and fold them so. That's it. Have a look at that. And so that's. And so we've just done all those beautiful songs. And now I'm going to just do Icka Bicka Boo, out goes you. Lulu Bell, you can go and wash your hands ready for lunch. Icka Bicka Boo, out goes you. Nicola, you can go, and Carol Booth, look at you. Icka Bicka Boo, out goes you. Carol Booth, you can go outside. And so it's just, that's wrapping that up. Good point, Wayne Hill. Okay, so now let's get back to the screen. Here we go, and aha, that's where I'm up to. That's great. So share this. Okay, and here we go. Look, so many of you, because I was reading, that's why I was mucking it up. I was reading all the benefits, so many benefits. And if you look at your handout, I've written a whole heap, but I love that everyone contributed to that, and just name recognition, cognitive development, body movement. So that's gross motor and fine motor. And oh, that's 8. Great idea. I've just seen you got a book of nursery rhymes. Well, can I tell you, when I first started teaching at Swinburne many years ago, to family daycare, they were newly arrived immigrants from Somalia. And so I grabbed a Merrily Merrily book, and a lot of them were, so for example, old John Muddlecombe lost his cap. Everything was 103 rhymes, and 100 of them were male. Can I tell you that? So I changed it to old Joan Muddlecombe lost her hat. So I changed a lot of it because, and then once I got to know the family daycare educators, well, they were doing their certificate 3, then we used their language and did it. So that's add a song passport. I love that, Nicole. Yeah, excellent. So what are children learning? All of that. And I noticed that Nikki has added to the booklet everything in the Early Years Learning Framework and Framework School Educator. This is straight gin. Love that. And I know I've got so many exciting things around. Here's my booklet. In the couple of the first few pages, it is all the benefits. And I must say that Sree Devi, and I thank you, Nikki, for writing it in the words of family daycare educator Sree Devi, listen to your heart, feel it, And there you go, you got it. And I was lucky when I was an approved provider. Sree Devi was one of our family day care educators. Anyway, enough about that. So I don't need to go on about what are children learning and what are the benefits so much. We know this, but we have to transfer that knowledge to parents. So, and that's in your documentation. So you might do a photo of of the children doing black socks, but then you actually put the learning underneath, and you can use this booklet and quote some of this or that music book, which is a lot of here, about what learning is taking place, because then parents know how vital it is. And have a look in our early years learning framework and the frameworks get school age care. Look at the definition of literacy. It incorporates a range of modes of communication, including music, movement, dance, storytelling, visual arts, media, drama, as well as talking, listening, viewing, composing, reading, and writing. So we copy that quote and put it in your documentation. Less is more. You don't need to do writing, just that, with a picture of the children doing it and then the learning in your own words. Now, this is in your book. You've got to draw the children to you. You've got to use your eyes. That's why I like if they're old enough to sit in a circle, or I just need to see them all, or the infants right there. I need to see them all. Vary your voice, tone, pitch, volume. I've got a loud voice, so for the cat, and be authentic and real. So not now. Flossy chops. Who can find the pink box? Oh, congratulations, Flossy chops. Pat yourself on the back. You found the pink box. And Flossy chops thinking, well, it was right there, you twit. You know, be your real. How I do it with you is how I do it with children. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did everything at least 3 times, because experience wires the brain, but repetition strengthens the wiring. So that is that's why I do it all the time. And these are just examples. So here I've got, once again, now these infants and toddlers aren't even looking at me. Do I care? No, I don't. So as long as they've all got one of these, and what I'm doing there is roly-poly, up, 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 roly-poly, down, 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 roly-poly, out, roly-poly, in. So they're learning concepts of up and down and out and in. And I document that for parents. That might be the only documentation I do for the whole day, because I'm so busy working and listening to children and changing nappies and playing, that I can only do a little bit, but I do something quality, ped doc, just like that. And I talk about high and low. Or I might, as I said, I've got a set of the clapping sticks, or I might use these from Uncle Leo. These are too heavy, but I've got a class set of these. So they can either hear the beat or the shake. And this is doing Old Joe Muddlecombe. So you can see I'm in the adult chair on that first photo with me in the black top. I don't care if the children are standing, sitting, whatever. In the other one, I'm sitting down. That's in family day care in Perth. And when I go and visit family day care educators, I don't know the children. So I bring a kit. My toolkit has, of course, an egg maraca and the butterflies. I'm using the butterflies there. And the ball, the bumblebee, all of that. So that's there, and instantly engaging, instantly. The hat, can I tell you, when my Auntie Leslie died, my mother said, oh, she's got a lot of hats. And I said, how many? She's got 50. I said, I will have them all, thank you. Because I'm a theatre person and I'm a pedagogue. I'm a thespian and a pedagogue, meaning I'm a theatre person and I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. So I need the props, because then children who are nervous, they're looking at the props, they're transferred to another place. Here's me doing when every time I had a baby, I went on maternity leave and I was in early childhood, and you don't get paid much, so I had to work while I was on maternity leave. So I did music and movement for the local children, but same old, same old. So that was 20. I'm 61 now. That was my son's there, who's 2, and he's so 28 years ago, because my son just turned 30. So that's me doing black socks. They never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Just when I thought, and look what I've got, the props. This, I'm doing the cat. Now, by then the children are standing, who cares? And I had a little cat, and I'm showing them the cat. And, oh, there's another picture of me doing with you can see the tin, the same tin, and that was probably 14 years ago, the same tin. Look at that. My mother-in-law bought me that tin for a sewing kit. I don't sew, but I thought, what a great home for the butterflies and the bats. These are the bunjils and the wahs, the wedge-tailed eagle and the crow, which is the protector spirit. All of my songs I type out. I call them poetry cards, and I laminate them, and therefore I say to the children, go and get me, what song do you want to sing? So they might get one. And this child here, you can see his hearing aid. He had very little language. However, I understood everything he would say, because he would bring it outside to me and say, oh, you want me to do the cockatoo song? Let's do the cockatoo song. And he would be able to do fly. So he had the rhythm, and then eventually he would get all the words. So it's the rhythm. It's the two little cockatoos flying to a juke. One named Nagra, one named Iluka. Fly away, Nagra, fly away, Iluka. Come back, Nagra, come back, Iluka. So good for your brain. Wakes it all up. So I've got all the songs, and you saw me do the sign language. So the sign language is on there, and the different languages. So Sri Lanka, because I know that some of you, are from Sri Lanka. So in Sinhala, and there's Italian. So it's whatever's relevant to that community, and the black socks. So, and of course, it says in the Early Years Learning Framework, actively use, engage with, share the enjoyment of language and text in a range of ways. Oh, how fabulous. So transitions and farewells. Now, as I said, this is one of my groups that I used to do was on maternity leave. See the child with the stripes, that is Joe, who's just turned 30. Now, why I've put this here is, can you see the child next to me in the red and the black kind of overall? This was a 2 to 3 group. I did birth to 2, 2 to 3. And she was only 18 months old, and I said, oh, and her mum's behind, that's Pauline. And I said, do you think Tess could come to the birth the Monday? She couldn't come. So she only came to this one, which was the 2 to 3-year-olds. As you can see there, she's not doing anything. For 10 weeks, she did nothing. She did not look up. She did not look at me. She didn't do anything. And I said to the mum when she was paying, Pauline, when she was paying for the next term, next 10 weeks, I said, is Tess getting anything out of it? And she said, Louise, every afternoon she lines up her teddies and she knows every word. What did that teach me? Tell me, what did that teach me? Sandra, you have to make your own. You just type it out and take it to Officeworks and get it laminated. And they're the best thing ever. And you can put Velcros on the back. That's it. Thank you. The child was listening. That's it. Thank you. You've all got it. They're participating. It's not about forcing. That's it. I love all your answers. Thank you so much. They will take things in without showing you. Thank you. And it's us crazy people that say, why isn't she joining in? She just wasn't confident then. But when I found out that, then I realized. And so by the end of the year, of course, she was doing everything. So that was a lesson. Children teach us. Transition and farewells, you've got it on your notes. But this is one of my favorite, right at the end, say on a Friday. Lecture, everyone. Can you please do it? Carol, can you do it? Natasha, can you do it? Mercedes? That's it. Ready? Let your hands so loudly clap, clap, clap. Let your fingers loudly snap, snap, snap. Close your eyes, fold your arms and quietly. Let your eyes so wide awake. Let your fingers shake, shake, shake. Touch your nose, touch your cheek. Wave bye-bye. See you next week. And there's all these other ones, shake to the right, shake to the left, blah, 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 blah. That you will, oh, look. I actually don't know these ones off by heart because I just made them up recently, and I had a little. Here it is. Don't you worry. I have to just glance at it. Yes, it is. I can lean this side. I can lean that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go outside. Isn't that just fabulous? And that one, of course. If you're wearing stripes, you can go and wash your hands. If you're wearing stripes, if you've got 2 ears, you can go. And of course, you never do that if there's a child with 1 ear. It's not about highlighting that. And of course, the postie, which I will do very soon. So, puppets. Here we go, puppets. Now, I've put on the screen there all the different types of puppets. And puppets are fantastic, especially if you don't have confidence, because you can hide behind a puppet. They fascinate and they involve children, and they're particularly useful for children experiencing trauma. So children are transported to a safe space. And I come from a very dysfunctional family, and it wasn't until I was 15 and when I joined the theatre company that I was transported to a safe place. And I could be anything or anybody. And so I know that's why I use it with all children, because I don't know what's happening at home a lot of the time, but I know that puppets are so amazing. And now that one there, that's Spencer that you can see there. And Spencer is here. So Spencer's a string puppet. I only have about 3 voices, but I always put the voice on. And I never put my hand in the puppet while the child's there, because it's about the element of surprise as a theatre person. So I'll just say to the children, I wonder if Spencer's there. I'm not sure because he wasn't there the other day, but I'll go and have a look. Well, hello everybody, and how are you today? It's so nice. I can see Carol, and I can see Nikki and Ethan, and I can see Sree Devi. Hello. Oh, and I can see, oh my goodness, how old are you? So Spencer talks like that. But then I have, depending, so there's the owl, but the owl is somewhere, and I think I've left it somewhere, but I found the dog. So I spend a fair bit of money on the puppets. I don't spend money on all the other stuff as you saw, like black socks. I didn't. But these I spend a lot on because they last me for 100 years. And this one, would you like to pat? Would you like to pat Rosie? That's it. And Rosie doesn't talk. Rosie does talk, but through barking there. But then I might have, what else have I got? Oh, yes, have a look at this. I'm so good at that up. So I actually have a puppet stand that my father-in-law made me, and my mother-in-law made the curtains. And so I will use, oh my goodness, un momento. Oh, her nose fell out. This is the beautiful. Hello, my name is Murgatroyd. What's your name? So, and then they're just fascinated. So and I know some of you do, and finger puppets, of course. Finger puppets, I have my 5 cheeky monkeys. And you all know that one. You know, 5, and then I've got the glove, and I've got them sticking on, and the children can do that themselves. I actually bought this one, you know, and it's 5 little monkeys swing from the tree, teasing crocodile. You can't catch me. Along comes the crocodile, quiet as be, and snap. Whoops. Snap. And then there's 4 little, but of course I'm not going to do that when a child's first day and they're flipping out. I would use the dog for that one. You know, it's all about, yes. Now, musical instruments. Please, once again, if you're going to spend money, please spend them on good quality musical instruments. So you saw me use these before. So the tambourine, I've had these since 1942, and non-tuned percussion. So a percussion is, say, a little piano or a xylophone. They're expensive, and um, they're more difficult to play. Whereas non-tuned percussion is anything that can shake or bang. And I do spontaneous music sessions or structured music sessions. So, and they support children in feeling the beat and the rhythm. And I know some of you wrote that in the chat earlier about benefits, the beat and all of that. How do you do, how do you do today? That's the beat. It's the clock. It's the tick tock, tick tock. That is the beat. So, and it encourages children to be comfortable around instruments. But I don't just put them in a big box. And then I've heard sometimes children just grab them, and then the family could, oh, you're being too noisy. And I always say, well, you've just put it there. What do you want them to do? So if you don't want them to make a noise, just give them that, or have a structured session. So this is how I do it. Identification first. So I say, this is a maraca shape, or we can make a maraca. I never use food because there's people starving. I use pebbles and a shampoo bottle, and then they're painting. Amazing. So maraca. This is kashishi from Africa. I know there's a family day Care Educator there from Africa. This is a kashishi. Well, so that was $9 back 30 years ago. Kabasa. Like little ball bearing. So I go through what they all are. Now this, when I used to teach music at uni, the students had to make an instrument, and one of them left it behind. A guiro. How fabulous is that? So, and of course we have the drum. And we have the cymbals, of course. Yazer. And I have little ones because I often work with little children. Now, hide instruments, close your eyes. Okay, all of you close your eyes. I hear with my little ears something that sounds like. What was that? Type in the chat. I hear with my little ears something that sounds like. I hear with my little ears something that sounds like. Tambourine. I'm going so fast, but you are getting it. There, that's it, that's it. Cymbal. Yep, thank you so much. So that's what and half the children are opening up their eyes. I don't care. Or I might say, I put it behind my back. I hear with my little ears something that sounds like. Then I might give them an instrument and say, and we walk and we walk and we walk and stop. Or if they are sitting, and we play and we play and we play and stop and the rest on. And we play and we play and we play and stop. Play and we play and we play and stop. Play and we play and we play and stop. And to distribute the instruments, you've only got, up to 7 children, mainly 4. I have a postie bag. So I sing the song, postie, postie, deliver me a letter, postie, postie, 2 would suit me better. I can hardly wait and see what is in the bag for me. So I get one of the children to be the postie, and they get this out of the bag, and then they give it to that child. I'll show you here. There we are. So you can go and get the cymbals. Oh, what did you get? Aha. You got the rhythm sticks. So why don't you go and get the rhythm sticks from the box? Oh, you've got the kashishi. So do you remember which one the kashishi is? This one from Africa. There you go. And I have my postie bag. There's also another postie bag that I have children's names and pictures in it. So I might get the postie, deliver me a letter, and then they give that out. How beautiful is that? And then, oh, it's pre-Anthe. Now, the elements of music, I don't sit down, of course, and say, now let's go through the elements of music. So music can be the voice, the instrument, body parts that we're doing, a door shutting, an object, anything, a bell. So I teach children the high and the low, like when we're doing roly-poly, up, roly-poly, down, down, down. That's a high voice and a low voice. I spoke about the beat. So, for example, when we do, say, row, row, row the boat, can we all do it with the beat? So the beat is the pulse. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. But the rhythm is row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is just a dream. The tempo, fast and slow. So when we do the roly-poly, roly-poly, now do it slowly. Roly-poly, roly-poly. That's what I was doing with those infants. Now let's do it fast. Roly-poly, roly-poly, roly-poly. Now let's do it in a high voice. Roly-poly, roly-poly. Now what's another voice? What's the opposite to high? Low. Roly-poly, roly-poly, roly-poly. That's the pitch. And then the melody is roly-poly, do, 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 do. And the harmony, if there's 2 of us and someone comes in on the note over the top. So those of you who join a choir, you would know what that is. And harmony is just 2 sounds that sound okay together. So, and have a look. So as I said, I have these out all the time, but I don't have the cymbals out or the triangle out all the time because, yeah, if I've got it, it is loud. And this, with my drum, if you don't have a drum, I have this tambour. It's like it's so fantastic. Makes great sound. So I will be, this is spontaneous. Maya's beating on her drum, on her drum, on her drum. Maya's beating on her drum, then she stops. Would you like to have a turn, Maya? And Maya will just do this perhaps, but we'd never touch the hand to, you just do it. Maya's beating on her drum, on her drum, on her drum. Maya's beating on her drum, then she stops. So that's me in those photos. And I am beating their name as well. Matilda. Matilda. Hi, Matilda. I'm Louise. Louise. Oh, you're wearing a jumper. You're wearing a cardigan. You're wearing a hat. So it's just in regular play. Now, this is a big treat for you because we're now seeing Sree Devi Thatikonda that I interviewed some time ago, and she does this extraordinary song, Jelly on the Plate. Anyway, here's Sree Devi. I'm privileged to be able to facilitate this session on the joys of music and movement and storytelling in family daycare with the one and only Sree Devi Thatikonda, who was a family daycare or is a family daycare educator, but I knew her when I managed family daycare, and Sree Devi was an educator at the time, still is. And when I was asked to choose an educator, I thought I'd go no further. So, Sree Devi, over to you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, hello everyone. This is Sree Devi here from the Wurundjeri land, and I have been a family daycare educator for the last 29 years with Greater Dandenong Family Daycare Service. Thank you, Louise, for having a chat with me today. It's my privilege to join in.
29, I had no idea it was 29 years. So, Sree Devi, I visited your home many times and you're always singing and dancing with the children. Tell me, why is music, movement, and storytelling so important to you as a family daycare educator?
For me, music and movement, I truly believe it nourishes and enhances our well-being and our children's well-being in a holistic way, be it the physical health aspect of it or the emotional, psychological well-being. We need music to keep us in a good fit of mind.
We certainly do. So, in your family daycare program, how often do you do music, movement, and storytelling?
It happens all the time in different various aspects and different ways. Sometimes it might be a planned session, or sometimes it might be that spontaneous thing that happens, or sometimes we have as part of our routines, or we have music playing in the background, using it as a tool to teach new skills and new attribute and learning experiences to the children. Most of all, sometimes to break the long routine days of structured play. Every time we have a 5-minute session or a minute of dancing or music, it just breaks the ice and we are much more relaxed at the end of the day.
Aren't we? Sree Devi, when you were talking about when you do music, movement, dancing, creative arts, it reminded me of the definition of curriculum in the early years learning framework and the same definition of program in the framework school aged care, of the interactions, the routines, the planned, the unplanned, and the events. And you just said that, thank you. And that was not scripted. Excellent. So, show me, what do you do with the children?
Oh, well, I would love to show you some of my resources today and actually show you a little rhyme that I learned from YouTube videos. In the recent days with technology around, it's easy to source material and pick up new lyrics, which I was not aware of through technology. I'm going to show you a song, the Old MacDonald Had a Farm song, but in Hindi, which is the national language of India. Telugu is my mother tongue, so it is totally a new language for me, Hindi. But seeing the YouTube videos, I picked up this skill, and it goes to the tune of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So I'm going to introduce you my little props that I've. So this is my Old MacDonald, and this was done by one of my child who's a kinder-age child. I helped cut out the costume and things, but they did the pasting and they created the smiley face Old MacDonald in there. And I'll be using some of the props. Oh, look at that. The twig from my apple tree. So this is all natural material we used using scraps. So it's recyclable art as well as sustainable resource. And most of all, it's just done by us. So it's very, very personal to us. And that's why it makes it extra special. We might be using some hand puppets. This we can buy in the shops. Sometimes when we don't have something, we create our own puppets. Whichever way, there's no right or wrong way of doing music or with the children or having fun. Just think out of the box. Oops. And this is my little duck. It's from a picture card, actually, that I use with the children. I didn't have a duck puppet. And then we have our very own resources, our very own ducks, mew cows, oink oink pigs. So we just use the body actions and we teach. This is my Bude Baba, Old MacDonald. Bude Baba kata ek type E-I-E-I-O. Uske खेत पर कई बतख E-I-E-I-O. करे quack quack यह करे quack quack वह यह quack वह quack E-I-E-I-O. हर जगह quack quack E-I-E-I-O. बूढ़े बाबा काता एक तक E-I-E-I-O. उसके खेत पर कई बतख E-I-E-I-O. So, and the song continues to the tune of Old MacDonald with different animals. Thank you.
Love that. What else? You said that you did songs in routines. So, for example, what would you do if you were changing a baby's nappy? How would you use music?
As part of our routines, nappy changing is one of the major things where we spend heaps of time, personal, one-on-one interactive time with the children. And that's the perfect moment to bond with them. So when I change nappies, as I engage them with songs, in my room, I actually have a wallpaper border of animals in it. So it's an easy catch to start off with Old MacDonald Farm with them and do the various sounds in an animated voice, and that connects with the children. And the other songs I sing with them is like Open Shut Them, small, quick songs. Open Shut Them, open Shut Them, give a little clap. Open Shut Them, open Shut Them, lay them in your lap. Grip them, grip them, grip them, grip them, right up to your chin. Open wide your little mouth. Do not let them in. Okay, and that's it. The first smile breaks.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love that. So
my-
tell me, what are the positive aspects of doing that while you're changing a nappy?
Okay. It forms the bond and the connection with the child, and the trust, the relationship develops over the years. So when the children feel and see and experience that I'm calm and relaxed, they're more relaxed and calm. And this generally is a sure hit sign, the first icebreaker when a baby is settling into my care. They pick my body vibes and they're happily and relaxed and settled.
I love that connection and
Yes.
relationships. I love that, Sree Devi. What about you mentioned babies when they start? Do you have a song that you do with the baby on your lap, or?
Yes, there are few songs we do, and again, that is to connect with the child. Generally, in my lap, if it's a very small baby, I hold the baby in my lap.
Do it.
Oh, just make them sit in my lap and hold them, and we can sing the song on a lap. Or for older babies who are like strong in the back, I hold them on my knees and I do this song. And it's jelly on the plate. So I stretch my knees out and make them sit on my knees and lift my legs a bit and start bouncing the child on my knees. And it goes like this. Jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate. Wibble wobble, jelly on the plate. Jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate. Wibble wobble, jelly on the floor. And the anticipation, the excitement, the smiles on the face, it sure is heartwarming for me to watch and be.
So tell me, with movement, give me an example of you doing a dance with the children. I know I've seen you do freeze. Can you talk about that one?
Yes, sometimes the children lead me and they request the songs, and that's the children's voice into my program, and we do that song for them. Or sometimes I use it as a means to teach new songs, introduce new vocab and things. So generally, in the recent days, the top hit songs, and Freeze is one of them. Freeze is a dance music song, which is from YouTube. We play the music in the background and we follow and copy the songs, it says. But the important thing is, like, when they say freeze, we freeze and stop the action and freeze. So the actions might be as simple as jump, 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 or swing, sway, and then we freeze.
What do children learn doing that? So what do you write up for the documentation?
Right. Now, in freeze song, we are meant to be listening to the actions, and when it says freeze, to freeze, to have that self-regulation, to follow, listen, follow, and self-regulate that action, we need lots of concentration. So there's heaps of learning, heaps of experiences happening in a simple song that we see as having fun and playing.
Mm-hmm.
So this gets us readiness for life skills of when we go on the road, when we cross a road, we stop at the signals, we have to wait, we have to follow. It's the same attributes but we are learning it and experiencing it in a fun way, in a safe place, like in the comfort of our house.
Love that. So you're transferring the knowledge from your beautiful lounge room to when they're crossing the road.
Yes.
All with music and movement.
Yes.
And I know you get out a lot, don't you?
Yes, a lot. As long as we complete all the risk assessments. So fortunate to be in a family daycare scenario where we can do programs to run to our strengths and that suits our particular needs.
You're obviously very comfortable singing and dancing in front of, because I've seen you in front of children and other adults. Yes. What about those educators who get nervous about that? What do you say to them?
Well, it's quite normal. It's quite normal for some. Every person is unique and different, and they have their own strengths and needs and abilities. So it's okay to say, I'm not comfortable, but I'll show you some quick props and ways we can work it out. So some, just like any skill, like some are born with it, some we need to make a conscious effort to develop. And there is no right or wrong way when it comes to music or movement or dancing or, go with the flow, listen to your heart, feel it, and there you go, you get it. Well, if you want, I can show you some quick props. Or sometimes what really works for me is turning on.
What's that?
Introducing light. Light. It's a LED light. Disco light. Yeah? Or using scarves. Anything.
What do you do with the scarves?
Just hold it, turn the music on, and sway around. Voila.
Lovely. Lovely.
Or sometimes having torches. There we go. Light does magic.
I've got one of those, yeah.
Or even things like a fan. And there is no end. These are like resources, but
what do you do with the fan, Sree Devi?
And the gentle swaying movements come in.
I love that.
And guess what? We're so lucky we have a beautiful backyard. Australia is very green. Melbourne
Yeah.
part of it, it's very green.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, we just use them as props. Have fun.
I love props, being a theatre person. And also using a prop. Well, you tell me, what's the advantage of using a prop for a child?
Especially when you say you're a bit shy or nervous, or when you say you're not comfortable, a prop really gives you it makes you move without your knowledge. Try imagining holding something in your hand. Automatically, your body moves. So, yes, anything. And that is what it is. And that's the first step to break the ice and get comfortable.
I love that. And as you said before about connections and relationships, the joy of that.
Yeah.
Tell me, how much time should a family daycare educator spend on music, movement, storytelling?
I personally believe there is no set time to say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, go with the flow. Some days more, some days less. But most of all, make sure you're having the fun and you're enjoying every moment of it. You can have music as part of everyday learning routines when we go to kinder, when we just before relaxing to bed, or, like to beat the wet, cold Melbourne mornings. We do a lot of action songs in the house. Yeah. Whichever way, there's no right or wrong way as to how much we do, but please do it, enjoy it.
I love that. It's all about fun and enjoying yourself. And when family daycare educator says to me, "Oh, I hate my voice," I'm not even hearing that. I'm watching the connection. I'm watching the fun.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sree Devi?
I just want to talk about something special or unique I've been doing since 2014. This is we go attend and meet friends from our local aged care center. This started off as an intergenerational music program in 2014, where I used to travel long distances, but then we found a place close to our home. During COVID, the program stopped, unfortunately. So how we started doing it is I take my children, we practice songs in the house, we practice dances in the house, whatever they ask for the children, and then we go and we actually perform for the residents. The smiles on the faces when they see us, or the happy faces, the way the children run to the entrance of the old age home, knowing that we are going to perform or we're going to hear a story from our friends and things, the interactions and the bonding. I know I do a great job, and I know I'm connecting the past and the future generations together. And at the same time, I'm healing. I miss my parents. So for me, it is a healing thing to go and do this. So it's a win-win scenario. I would say to every educator out there, we are very fortunate. Family daycare allows us to go out into the community. So find your resources, find a unique way of doing it. What works for you? Complete the paperwork, and we should be able to achieve whatever we set our mind for. Spread the good word of family daycare. It's a great service, and I'm pretty sure, we'll have a great future together.
I love that, Sree Devi, and that it's not just a one-off with the elderly people, is it? It's a long-term. It's reciprocal relationships, isn't it? The
Yes.
benefit of that.
And recently, one of the residents up there had 105 years birthday, 105. And the hilarious part is my kids couldn't figure out what 105 is. We stop at 20, 30, 40 in accounting. But that's amazing. That's amazing. And we have formed these bonds. We have seen them for like nearly 4-5 years in this particular place here.
I love
We have been meeting them so regularly, yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the extraordinary experiences you give to children and making a difference to children and families, particularly with the creative arts. Thank you, Sree Devi.
Thank you, Louise. Thank you for inviting me over, and thank you for giving me this privilege to spread the good word of what I do. Thank you.
How good was that? Sree Devi, can you write in the chat? Are you there? For goodness sake, please. Oh my goodness. Watching it. Oh my God, everyone's saying thanks, Sree Devi. Look at you. How wonderful. You got to do these sessions, Sree Devi, because you are you're the family daycare educator. Look at that. You got the experience. Now, storytelling. This picture I took at Children's Ground, which is a remote Aboriginal community where I'm lucky enough to work a few weeks each year. And this was a beautiful elder educator talking to the children about the dreaming about this particular tree and these two women, how they ran and ran and ran and then hugged each other, and then that was the tree forming around the children. However, the key is about oral storytelling. It's one of the most ancient art forms and it's always played an important role in Indigenous communities through dreaming stories. They've been passed down from one generation to another, 60,000 plus years, embedding the history of the land, the people, etc. And the beauty of oral storytelling is that you can do it anywhere. You can do it inside, outside, with a candle, under a tree, sitting in a circle. You can be standing, sitting in the sandpit, on the swing, and or with a child on their knee. And if you are not confident about a story, think about something that happened to you as a child. And you can start with, once upon a time, there was a girl called Louise, and she was 5 years old, and it was her birthday. And she woke up that morning and etc., etc. So something that happened to you, just a day in your life that you remember, and just do pausing and watch your tempo and the pitch. So high, low, soft, fast, slow. We all know about storytelling with books, and I always either sit on the ground or sit in a low chair so the children are near me. And I choose books that have the rhyme, the rhythm. For example, 10 Little Fingers. All the Mem Fox books are so good. And in your handout, I wrote the 10 points about reading a story by Mem Fox. And I'm lucky enough to have met Mem quite a few times when I've done music and she's done storytelling at functions. But this is what she said, and I wrote it down, and it's in your book. Just have to, because it is so brills. 10 points. Spend at least 10 wildly happy minutes every single day reading aloud from birth to each child if you can. Read at least 3 stories a day. It may be the same story 3 times. Children need to hear 1,000 stories before they can begin to learn to read. All of these great points. And I would be typing that into your pedagogical documentation for families. But yeah, the rhythm, the rhyme, and also the cultural diversity. So, as in, there was a little boy who was born far away and another who was born the very next day. And both of these babies, as everyone knows, had 10 little fingers and 10 little toes, etc., etc. This one, I am. I am amazing just the way I am. I am brave. I have strength and courage within me. I am strong. I never give up. I am unstoppable. Nothing can hold me back, etc., etc., etc. And I am loved by all those around me, etc. And right at the end, I am you. We may be very different, but inside we're all the same. And I am. How beautiful is that? And, of course, what am I? And I always look for books that challenge gender stereotypes, I want to make sure that we look at the family daycare educators in this group, how culturally diverse they are. So, for example, what am I? Turn on the water, shouts Rachel. What is she? She's a firefighter. So I want to make sure that our books, and of course you can have fairy tales, there's nothing wrong with that, but also have the others and be prepared. And if there's a torn page, fix it. Fix the page. My goodness gracious me. And are your books in a beautiful, are they I'm just reading the chat. See, I cannot read the chat and do that at the same time. Are they well displayed for children to be able to sticky tape? Exactly. No, so true, so true. Now that's storybooks. Now stories in boxes, which I love. So I have my favourite stories, and I put props. Oh, didn't you know I like props? Hello, I love them, and so does Sree Devi. So I have all the props in the box, and I would do Dear Zoo. So I've got 4 children. I just have 4 boxes, so that each child can open them if they're of that age. Otherwise, I will just do. I wrote to the zoo, and you've got to know it off by heart. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me an echidna. She was 2, and then we get the child to answer. Spiky, so we sent her back. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me a fish, but not just 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish. These are from Vietnam. I bought from Vietnam. They were too, what? Slippery, so we sent them back. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me camels. They were too humpy, so we sent them back. But the children, they call that one. And it keeps going, keeps going. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me she was perfect, so we kept her. And this is one of the, if you know the real Dear Zoo book, written by Rod Campbell, all the animals in the zoo are male, every single one of them. So I make sure that I do he, she, they with these. So that's one example of that. Then I might have the next one, stories in boxes. So this is Peace at Last. So once again, I have this, and you know, the hour was late. Mr. Bear was tired. Mrs. Bear was tired. And Baby Bear was tired, so they all went to bed. And then you can see it there. I can't actually show it here, but I have all the props. So Mr. Bear could not sleep, so he went into the kitchen. Drip, 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 went the leaky tap. Went the fridge. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. And off he went and slept in the Baby Bear's room. Now, Baby Bear was flying an aeroplane. Nee, nee. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off and slept in the car. Well, it was so uncomfortable in the car. But, etc., etc. And then right at the end, he finally falls asleep, and Mrs. Bear wakes him up and says, "Hello, dear. Did you sleep very well?" "No, not very well." "Never mind, I'll bring you a nice cup of tea." And she did. So you have to know it off by heart so that you can actually do it and not having reading it. And then you've got My House, and you can see all of these on Brilliant Ethan. I think it was Ethan put it all onto YouTube, so it's in the booklet. And what have I got there? Oh, The Big Hungry Bear. Do you know this one? Which I love. The Big Hungry Bear. Hello, little mouse. What are you doing? Oh, and I bought this. Look at that. Hello, little mouse. What are you doing? Oh, I see. You know, and then The Big Hungry Bear. And then I have the book that I read sometimes, or I do the props. There's the strawberry, cutting it into two. And I've got the knife. You just love it. So, and you don't have to do these books. You do the books that you love. Find the props around your house, and I just copy the book and put it into a box. And as you can see, this box is about 30 years old. Look at that. So, and now your question, I know what you're asking me. Would you let the children play with this? Absolutely not, because they're very precious resources to me. However, having said that, here is when I said yes. So after I did it once, one of the children said, oh, can I please play with the Dear Zoo? You can see that child there. And I said, absolutely, because I know that you're going to look after it so well. And then you're going to put it back just under my table. And the same with the other one. So it's a no. However, if someone asks me, depending on context, I say yes. But you can see how excited they are about that. This is me doing all of the things that you've seen today, and they're the stories down the bottom with my dog Reggie, who was only 6 months old at the time. He's now 4. I'm doing, and you can click on the link and see me actually doing it. That's when I was telling you that we were in our 4,000th lockdown. So, the last part about the elements of creative arts is dance. We all had a dance right at the beginning, which was fantastic. And what I do, I might put the music on. Can you see I've made these, and I'll show you in a minute. I made these. They're little jam things, and then they've got the, can you tell me what the colours are? Of course you can. They're the Aboriginal colours, and fast slow. Just look at my fast slow. Here it is. Fast slow, fast slow. Here it is. Good. So fast slow. Okay. This is Guramalina Pindu, Aboriginal artist. Or I might give the children, say to the children, now I've got these pots of paint. I've got red imaginary paint, I've got black imaginary paint, and I've got yellow imaginary paint, or I might use the primary colours, Aboriginal colours, rainbow colours. And I say to the children, you can paint the walls and the carpet and the chairs around the table, but not each other, even though it's imaginary paint. And once again, we put the music on, and it's beautiful. Then I'll put slow and fast music on, and I've got costumes. So I'm not a sewer, as I told you, but I put a sign when I was working in a kindergarten. I put a sign on the front door saying, any parents, do you have any material? And I just cut a hole in all the material, and I've got 2 of each, so that at the end I can get them to stand next to someone that looks like them and do, you know, bow to your partner, etc. So they can either wear this, or, as you can see back here, one scarf, I've got so many of these beautiful scarves, like Sree Devi said, dancing with this. And this is just Aboriginal fabric from Aboriginal fabric shop in Alice Springs, and they were $3 a piece because they were just offcuts, but I've got beautiful ones. So, and the music that I would put on for that is
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4
everyone.
o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your flat bags up. Join me home. Have some fun and rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
So you can see I have a slow, a fast, a slower fast, and it's all my favorite music from all around the world. I actually don't use a lot of children's music because I know that they get that at home. My job is to not teach music. My job is to create an environment that is surrounded by different music. As Sree Devi said, she sometimes has in the background or she might YouTube it. So, and with the movement, I also, with my tambour, that extraordinary tambour that you saw here, it's under my dear zoo, I asked the children to walk around the lounge room and walk, and as soon as we stop the beat, then you stop. Like what Sree Devi was saying about freeze. I could see everyone stop when I stopped. I didn't even see an eye move then. And as Sree Devi was saying about self-regulation, learning to stop, then I would say you're so good at listening to the music of the tambour. Now can you listen to the music of the music? So when it's slow, do slow. When it's fast, do fast. And of course, the benefits, which is all in your notes, it's all the, actually, you said a lot of this in your chat when I said what was the benefits of that, about the language, listening skills. Now look at the last one, no right or wrong. If you allow children to be able to move, to be able to sing, to be able to do all those chants any way they want, well then there's no right or wrong. So this is the last bit. This is straight from the, this is from Becoming with Art. Music movements that I wrote. I wrote a chapter in Becoming with Art with Dr. Red Ruby Scarlett. Music movement storytelling should be embedded in the curriculum or the program every day. our role is not to teach the arts, but to encourage children to experience the arts in a joyous and positive way. So if we're happy, they'll be happy. Engage children to be participants rather than an audience. An audience, you just put music on and they sit there or dance. A participant is being involved. And if you're enjoying yourself, as I said, the children will, I just said that, Louise. I forgot that I put it on the last slide. So, any questions? And before we do that, because I want to stop this screen, okay, so I said all this before and about the Facebook group, etc. But I want to stop the scene because I want to see you all. That's good. Are there any questions, Nikki, or that you saw? And I'm just having a look at these. Music is great to express their feelings, how they feel. Yeah, absolutely. Giraffes can't dance. Excellent story to suggest to everyone. Thank you so much, Paravash. That is fantastic. I play Italian opera. Oh, yes. Could you please, I want everyone just to write in there while Nikki's checking out if there's any questions. I want you to write in there one thing that you're going to take away from this session and include Sree Devi's beautiful words as well. One thing, you've learned a whole heap of different activities. Great. Props, thank you, Simone. So write one thing, props, dear zoo. Now the dear zoo, anything you've got around the house, but I have to tell you that all my animals now, and they're little boxes that I get for, present, a tin, they're all good material, as in wood or felt. Hey, they loving the props, Ethan and Nikki. Terrific. Excellent. Puppets, you're going to do puppets. Cultural. Fantastic. Fabric, props. Look at that. That is terrific. Keep writing that. And Nikki, if there's any questions, you unmute yourself. But I am storyboxes, costumes. Look at this fabric. I love that. Make my own puppets. Yeah, and the storytelling boxes. And have a look. This is my bag that I put them all in. And then I have, look at all my beautiful fabrics. Look at that. That is a costume. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Excellent.
Louise, I've just unmuted myself. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Louise, this is just so fabulous. No questions, but awesome stories of practice.
I love
shares.
That. That means that we spoke about it all the way through. Oh, postie bag. I love they're doing a postie bag. Postie, deliver me a letter. Postie, to suit me better. I can hardly wait to see what is in the bag for me. And the postie bag, Nikki, I have this one. Right, but because I love postie bags so much, and I have this one as well with different things in it. Story boxes, great. So good. So while you're still writing, I want everyone to dance. There's another 3 minutes, so I just want everyone to dance. And I'm just going to put my favourite songs
Louise, can I just interrupt for 1 second?
Please,
because there's some beautiful shares happening here that we want them to continue and share your beautiful stories of practice. So please, if you haven't, pop into the Facebook page, PV in your pocket, and share. Let's continue this conversation. So share these practices that you've shared today in the Facebook group. I know you've all been inspired by the fabulous Louise because I've been reading every single comment.
Me too.
And I think they're all going to go and share stories, sing, dance, move tomorrow and forevermore. So we want to hear more about that. So do share. Thanks.
Nikki, can you copy the chat and kind of put some of that into the Facebook too?
I certainly can. And there were some questions about the booklet. So I have shared the link to the booklet a few times today, but hop into the Facebook page because it's there as well.
Booklet is great. It cost me $2.50 to print out at Officeworks. Yep. And that's tax deductible. So there you go. Okay, I want you to be dancing, please. Here we go. Oh my God, this is going to knock your socks off, I tell you.
that day. You can rock and you can roll. Now the can rock song, the people have a ball. That's rock out Saturday night. You can hear the guitar play. Everyone up. Oh, rock, 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 oh, hey, man. Words not a weekend, it's all I can stand. That they do that's a different style. Rock and roll, show time, get a while. That's rock out on Saturday night. You can do it all for a while. Well, big old house, neon sign, big ball rocking on a Saturday night. You can rock, baby, you can roll while the band rocks on. I'm still reading all the chat. Rock on Saturday night. Oh, oh, oh. Rock, 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 good baby, man. One night a week and it's all I can stand. Saturday do that different style. Just rock and roll, go down, get wild. And rock on Saturday night. You can get all play. Oh, play. Little Baraka. Woo! Bye, everyone.
Woohoo! Thanks, Louise.